the Society of St. Paul held a mini-course on our Pauline Charism April 24th through May 20th, 2013. The retreat and classes were for English-speaking Pauline countries, USA, India, the Philippines, and Australia. We gathered at the St. Paul's Retreat Center in Aricia, Italy, near Rome. This mountain facility overlooks Lake Albano and Castel Gandolfo. Castel Gandolfo is 15 miles southeast of Rome. The Apostolic Palace is the summer residence for the popes. The city, enclosed in ancient walls, cling to the side of the mountain. It is a very scenic tourist town of around 8,800 residents. The retreat lasted for a week. That was followed by around 2 weeks of Pauline history and charism or spirituality courses. The final week was spent on tour of places dear to the birth of our congregation, the Society of St. Paul, and other branches of the Pauline family. The road went through several mountain tunnels. The northbound tour included a scenic drive through Genoa and of the Mediterranean Sea. We made a stop in Pisa for a couple of hours. Tourists can stand in a certain place and have a picture taken that looks as if they are holding up the Leaning Tower. bus leaves Pisa for Piedmont and continues to take us to Alba in the Piedmont province of northern Italy. Farm life. Blessed James Alberione, our founder, was born in a stable on a farm in Italy in the year 1884. The family had one room located at one end of the livestock barn. They were tenant farmers. The Society of St. Paul purchased the property in recent times and restored the houses and barn. The major portion of the house you see in this video belonged to the landowner. The barn and tiny room the family rented has been turned into a chapel. You can still see the center trough through which the animal waste was washed down. Mother Thecla. Mother Thecla was the first superior of the Daughters of St. Paul, also founded by Blessed Alberione. She came from a more well-off family, as these photos attest to. This is in the Alba Bra area of northern Italy. Assisi. Assisi, Italy, home of St. Francis of Assisi and founder of the Franciscan order. He lived from 1181 to 1226. This trip was taken separately on a Saturday. Assisi is a walled city, once a city-state. We had Mass just outside the walls at the high end of Assisi. That still caused us a considerable climb up to enter Assisi after Mass. However, it was downhill after that. The tour through the medieval town is very scenic. There are plenty of art shops and eateries for every budget. I prefer grabbing a panini sandwich and strolling the streets as I eat it. The famous Basilica of St. Francis is at the lower end of the city. The horse and rider statue is of St. Francis prior to his religious calling. He aspired to be a knight. He was captured in war and returned in defeat. The Franciscan friars were later founded in 1208. Rome has many of these artesian water fountains operating since the old Roman days. St. Paul's outside the walls. The basilica, known as St. Paul's outside the walls, is less than a quarter-mile walk from our Society of St. Paul General House in Rome. Subiaco. This is the birthplace of Western monasticism, and for all practical purposes the roots for all Catholic orders and religious congregations. Saint Benedict went to Rome around the year 500. He despised the decadence of the city and found refuge in the hills of Mount Subiaco. He was later asked to organize several of the cave-dwelling monks and hermits. This led to the Benedictine rule. The monastery kept expanding over the centuries along the side of the steep mountain. We bought cheese, meat, and bread at a small grocery at the bottom of the pass. These were made into sandwiches that we ate at the monastery. The Tivoli Fountain. More than 500 fountains grace this ancient bath and resort area of the Roman emperors. Development may have begun around the year 19 BC. Pope Urban VIII began restoration and expansion on the fountains in 1629. Later popes added to its splendor. The fountain was again refurbished or restored in 1998. Then, in 2013, the Italian fashion company Fendi announced a €2.2 million project to further restore the fountains over a 20-month period.